Hello, friends. Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. This is Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue, and I'm here for today's Cricut Chat. We're going to be making some really adorable gingerbread style ornaments, Christmas ornaments that have little tea lights in them. Good morning. Now, I have to explain a little bit to you about this file. And I will do that in just a second, but I want to just show you how adorable this is. It goes together quite easily, and you could easily make a dozen of them for your tree or to give them away. I know people are just so thrilled to see it. It's like a little, like part of a village, and it's really cute. Now, this file comes from a company called Dreaming Tree, and when I originally was set up to make this, I found this I purchased this a long time ago from Dreaming Tree, but I also found it in Design Space, and it was part of something that I purchased a while ago from Design Space that include several of their their projects. But since then, that design is no longer available in Design Space. So there may be a situation where you can find it because you might have purchased it. I think it was part of a digital mystery box because I don't remember purchasing it outright. And so I think it was part of a mystery box, a digital mystery box. But if not, if you don't own this, then you can purchase it from Dreaming Tree directly. So I'm going to show you where to find it from Dreaming Tree, but also going to show, and here comes someone with a toy. Who's that? Teddy bear. Teddy bear, you just want to be on camera, I think. Found a squeaky toy. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so you can either purchase this directly from Dreaming Tree, or you can find it, if it's possible that you can find it on Design Space. Okay, Teddy Bear, you got to stop with that, all right? So I'm going to show you both places, and then we'll put it together. Hi, Mishka. How are you? Okay, Teddy Bear. Oh, my goodness. You got to stop, honey. Can I have that? No, apparently not. Okay, go in the other room with that. No, I'm not throwing the ball. If I take it, oh, it's slimy. Okay, I'm putting it here for now. Oh, it's so slimy. All right, everyone. So let's get started. We're making these gingerbread house tea light ornaments. Obviously, you don't put a real tea light in there. You put one of those little battery operated ones. And it has a really cute glitter and vellum front door. And then also this adorable bow. And on the side, the snow covered windows. And then even up at the top here is a piece of red vellum. And then the roof is that rascal went and got a different toy because I took that one away from him. Oh my goodness. All right. And so on the top is glitter cardstock. It's actually got a little bit of extras in there that I don't use. That's the snow, but you can use it. So if you were to purchase this on Dreaming Tree, you would go to 3dsvg.com. And it is part of this Merry Christmas Ornaments SVG bundle. However, you can buy it separately. See, there it is, Merry Christmas Ornament. So it's part of, I've done all of these ornaments. I love the Santa. I love the gingerbread house. This one was a real pain to make. This is really pretty, but it looks kind of oriental. This was difficult, and it looks kind of odd. So you can buy this separately if you search for it at Gingerbread, and it's $2.99 from from Dreaming Tree, and you can purchase it with combination and get it for free or whatever. No, not get it for free, but you could purchase it and get some free files if you wanted to, but you don't have to. So here it is, the Gingerbread Tea Light Ornament. Now from Design Space, I got there and I had purchased it, right? So I got there going to image sets and typing in dream. And you'll see down the bottom here, I have these Dreaming Tree Christmas 8 images, and there it is with the Santa. And there's also this beautiful village, which I've done, and I love it. And I might do that one before the season's over to show you that one. Okay, so the difference here, bringing it into your space, if you do have it in Design Space, you just click on it and bring it into your Design Space. If you purchased it, outside of Design Space, you'll have to do a little bit more to get this file. Okay, so this is, I'm just going to move this out of the way. So these are all the pieces. I think there's like 6 pieces, maybe 7. Let's move these out of the way so you can see. So if I brought it in from Design Space, here's what it would look like. And you wouldn't have to do anything at all to the project. It already has scoring attached, and it's just ready to go. You just hit make it and you're ready to go. If you purchased it as an SVG, however, what you have to do is go through the order process, and then you'd have to you go down here to upload. So this is uploading an SVG. A lot of people ask me, how do I upload an SVG? And this is it. It's real simple, but you have to follow all the steps, okay? So in this case, Dreaming Tree has their SVG files. They come in different pieces, okay? And so there's 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces to this project. Some designers, when they do their SVGs, offer them either separately, or some of them have them all together. All together is so much easier, but the Dreaming Tree folks do not offer them all together. So when you purchase something, here's what you'd have to do. So let's say I went and purchased it, downloaded it. I'm going to go to download, okay? And I'm going to go to browse. Now I got here from going to upload here. And then I would navigate to my download file, or in my case, I purchased this a long time ago, so I went to my documents file, and I have all my SVGs here, and here is all of these are all just Dreaming Tree files that I have, and this was part of a Christmas bundle, which now I'm like not even sure. Merry Christmas Ornaments. Maybe it's this one. Yes. So then I would go and continue to open these files, Gingerbread Tea Light Ornament. And here is a PDF. That's description of how to put together this file, which that's something that Design Space doesn't offer. I wish it did, but it doesn't offer a lot more description. Although I think I'd be out of a job if they did offer that, because sometimes it's just a matter of knowing how to put these things together. Okay, and then you'll see a folder that says SVG. Now, under that folder, SVG, there's 6 different SVGs. And in this case, we are going to choose each of the SVGs and open them. And it's going to come up, and it's already named. You can rename it if you want to, but I don't. And so then I would go through and this process of I do upload, browse, I find the particular SVG that I want, I hit open and save. Okay, So this is a process that you would have to do if you purchase the SVG from an outside designer. Like in this case, if I purchased it from 3D SVG, I would have to make my purchase, download my file, and then upload the file to Design Space. I hope that that's pretty clear for folks. So then when you have all of the pieces together, which in this case I do, 2, 4, 6, these are all the pieces, I am going to click on each individual file, and they are surrounded by a green box, okay? And then I'm going to click on all 6 of those, and I'm going to say Insert Images. Now this is our one that came from Design Space. So here we are. Here's Insert Images, but you're not done just yet, okay? Now, some of these have scoring on them, and some of them do not. There are actually 3 of the files that have scoring. This one, the little bow, the main piece has a scoring, and that's how you put it together because it's a 3D thing. And then this is the snow on the top. So when designers are putting together files, they can't, in Design Space, they can't connect the scoring. So you have to do that yourself. And if you don't, and you go to make it, you will end up with a message. I'm going to just hide this. You'll end up with, not a message, but you'll end up with a problem in that you will see this is your file, but this is just the scoring elements, okay? So they're separate from your box. So see, the box is completely empty, no scoring. You don't want that, okay? So we have to go back and we have to click on the image that has the scoring, and we have to attach them to the base material. So that's very simple. It's just a trick that you need to remember, okay? So you click it on it, and then you choose attach, which is down here on the right hand side, attach, and then all of a sudden it's now attached. And if you go here, we still haven't finished all of the attaching, but here is that main piece with the attachments, okay? Now, the other 2 pieces I mentioned, there's this bow, same thing, attach. And then there's the snow. Now, when I do this, and I've done this file many times, it's a really big hit. Definitely worth the $3 if you're purchasing it from the vendor. When I've done this file, I don't do the little snow that it was designed to put little snow on the roof. I don't do it simply because when I first did it, it wasn't like that much of a wow factor for me. So if you wanted to follow my lead, I've purchased it. I have purchased it, Dawn, but I also got it in Design Space, so it's like I double bought it or something. I don't know how I got it, but you may or may not have it. I just don't know. So if you don't have it when you do a search for Dream in image sets, then you'd have to purchase it if you want to make it. Okay, so the white, or it's in this case, it's blue coloring, but the white glitter, I always take out these little squiggly things. You don't have to do that, but it's easy to do, and I will show you how to do that. First, we have to ungroup it because it's grouped together, and we're going to use our friend, the contour, and we're by ungrouping it, we have this opportunity to do the contour. So we're going to hit contour, which is down here on the bottom right, okay? Now, I mentioned that I don't like these little snow things. So all I'm doing is just clicking on there to erase them from my file. I'm keeping this, and I'm keeping these 2 side windows. Okay, so here I am back again, but we have to attach the score lines to it. So we have to group this again and attach. Okay, so now when we go to make it, we no longer have that blank or that mat that just has the score lines. All of the score lines have been associated with the piece. So it's there here on the gingerbread house, here on the bow, and here on the glitter. Okay, I'm not going to go through and cut this for you because I want to spend the time showing you how to put it together, and I'm pretty sure that you can cut this and you know how to cut this. I will mention that in two of the mats, this little horseshoe type arch thing, and then in this one there's like two little gumdrops and a triangle. Those are supposed to be cut in vellum. If you don't have red vellum, which I happen to have one sheet of red vellum left, so I used that. But if you don't have red vellum, you can always just move this image to your white vellum, and it won't make a big difference. To me, it will make a really huge difference. I mean, this is the red on the windows, and here in the front is the translucent vellum. Okay, so I don't think it makes a huge difference, and you can sort of, if you're searching for vellum and you only have the regular translucent one. Okay, so Sarah, I have not sent my maker back to Cricut. I am still using my maker. It still works. I'm just waiting for, they're going to actually send my replacement, and then I'll send them back the old machine, going back to the shop to have a look at that. And I also, Sarah, purchased at Walmart, I purchased an Explore Air 2 because I gave my last Air 2 away. I had 4 of them, and I happened to this past year met quite a few people who wouldn't. I won't be without it. No, I won't. But I had a few people that I ran into that wanted to learn how to do Cricut, so I gave my machines away, mailed one off, and gave one to somebody at my son's doctor's office, a friend of the family, and then I'm trying to think. So I had 4. I gave them all away. And so what that means for you, though, is that you'll get to see an unboxing. The Air 2 is due, if you ever want to give another one. If you want to see an unboxing, like open up the box and see how to put it together, we're going to do that next week when the machine comes. So next Tuesday, when I get the Air 2, we'll do a little unveiling of it. Yeah. And you know what? If you are in search of a machine, now is the time to buy, or if you have a spouse or family member that wants to buy you something, tell them to buy them now, because stock is pretty short all around. Cricut has great prices on machines. Machines like the Air 2, the Joy, even the Joy's on sale. It's just $10 off, but it's on sale. They have the Joy, the Maker, and the Explore Air 2 at the best prices I've seen. But their stock is really low. And I was going to buy it from Cricut, but then I saw at Walmart they had them for $179 for the Air 2. So I just scooped it up and I was like, forget it. I didn't care about the color. Oh, good. You can't open till Christmas. That's okay. Everybody's crafting and baking. Yes, because we're all home and we're kind of like, let's get Thanksgiving over with. Let's get Thanksgiving over with. All right. So, oh my goodness, my dogs are going absolutely crazy today. All right. So let's put this together now that we did all this talking. And I'm going to bring you down here. Just let me move something from my area here. Yeah, the Air 2 was $179. Yeah, it's check also the easy presses are on sale as well. So yeah, I mean, not to be a sales bulletin or anything, but I've seen them at Joann's, I've seen them at Target, Walmart, Michael's, Joann's. I'm trying to think where else I've seen Amazon, but you know what? Don't buy it at Amazon because, oh my gosh, they were like practically price gouging there. So. Well, you know what, Mary Jane, you're going to still love it. And you're going to forget that you paid a few extra dollars for it because this is an extraordinary machine. Yeah, check out the easy presses. All right. So, and I will put a link to Cricut in my description of this video. And I do offer, it's a link that offers free shipping and 10% off of all the things except for machines. Anything that plugs in, you can't get that discount from. Okay, so here we go. So here are the pieces. There are two main pieces to this. There's the body of the house, and then there is the top part that is the roof. And one important thing to note is if you are using this from the outside file, you're going to, where did I put it? You're going to have, instead of score lines, let me show you. Instead of score lines, you're going to have dashed cut lines for this file. Let me just take this off the mat. Hold on. I don't want to rip it. All right. Okay. Here we go. So you will see, oh, here, I can show you there. All right, so here is the one that I did from my Design Space file that has the score lines, and I used my scoring tool for that. This is the one that I used from outside, from there, and it has these dashed cut lines. You see that? Dash cut lines for scoring. They work just as well as the scoring tool. Also, just kind of another thing that designers can't accommodate when they're making files for Design Space. They work just as well. Some people don't like them because they think it looks a little too choppy here. And there is a way to replace them if you want, but I've never found them to be terrible. So I've always used them. Same thing on here. This one here has the dashed cut lines, and this is where I would probably notice because this one is the dashed cut lines, and if no, it didn't make like sort of a too much of a cut in the glitter. Sometimes it makes a cut in the glitter, but this is Cricut glitter and I love it. So they have the best glitter cardstock. Okay, so let's start off with this. This is our, this is the base. Before we start closing it up, we need to do a few things so that we can have all of our little pretty things in here. So the first thing that we have to do is locate our little horseshoe vellum. And we're going to put this on the inside right here, you see? And that way, when you put the light in there, it comes off as like a diffused light. And today I'm using, this is my glue that I'm using. It's called Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. I have two favorites now. I have this one and I have one called Art Glitter Glue. I love them both. They have different, to me, they're both excellent for gluing, but they have different, in my opinion, have different sort of strengths. In this one here, I love the tip, the Barely Art, but it does dry slightly slower than the Art Glitter Glue. Here's the Art Glitter Glue. Here's the Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. I started using this, and Dawn will tell you, I started using this because in Canada, they are unable to get this glue at a reasonable price. Most of us here in the United States can get this fairly reasonably, but in Canada, not so much, but they can get this one. Barely. It's great. Yeah. It's still a very good glue, and I love that it has all of these really fancy tips, where the art glitter glue just has one choice, but this one has like 2 or 3. Okay, so we're going to put the vellum here on the inside here, and while we have it on the back too, we're going to take our red vellum, and again, remember, it doesn't have to be the red vellum. It can also be the translucent kind if you can't find the red. And also you can color it, which I've done before in different videos. I'm not going to do it for this video, but you can color it using your printer, and it comes out pretty good. So here's the little triangle piece. We're going to put it on there. Now remember, any glue, it doesn't matter which glue, you need to use the least amount of glue that you can get away with when you're working with vellum, because vellum will easily like crinkle or get wavy, and we don't want that. Okay, we don't want that at all. All right, so first we do this on the inside of our piece. Then, let me just finish the second window. Whoops, second window. And first we do this. Then we flip it over. Okay. And we're going to put this other red, I did it in red glitter. You could do it in any glitter you want. But then we're going to put this here on the house outside. And then we're going to take our white glitter and put it on the outside of the windows. We also have a bow, and I'm going to talk about the bow separately, okay? But here is our glitter piece, and this is, again, not a lot of glue. You do need a little bit more glue with glitter than you do with vellum. So you can go a little heavier, but still you don't want a lot, because you don't want it to like squish out, and it just makes it look not so cute when it squishes out. And here I actually put a little too much and it squishes out, which I don't like. I often will use something like this just to kind of pick up the extra glue. Or you can leave it to dry. This glue does dry clear. Okay, so here is the snow-covered window sill. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on that piece for both sides. Okay. This still has the, it has the sticker from when I don't even, this mustn't be Cricut, because I don't think they put that on the back. It might have been a hanger-on, something I purchased somewhere else. Okay. Okay, so at this point, we can start putting together the house. However, I want to talk about the bow, because I think the bow is just so dang adorable, and something that we need to show you. Okay, so the bow consists of 3 pieces. We've done bows before, and they're fairly simple. There are like a couple of little cuts right here to make it easier to shape. And then what you want to do is use your finger. Do they click? Do they click? They click, they kind of twist on a little bit. I think that's what you mean. Hi, Shelly. Okay, yep, you can listen. I'm here, and I'm doing all the talking anyway. Okay, so here's our piece. This is actually, you could probably put this on there. Here, like right here is where it's going to go. So you can take this piece, put a little bit of glue there. Right? I think this would be a good spot for it right there. And then we have this little teeny tiny rectangle. So what I did here is I folded it at the middle, and then I used my fingers to sort of, thank you, Susan. You're so sweet. So I used my fingers to sort of give it a little bit of a bow shape. And then what I do is I take in the back, at the very middle, I'm going to put just a dot of glue. And I'm going to fold over one side, doesn't matter which side, one side. And you can actually use a little, I use this little weeding tool to hold it because my fingers can be a little bit big. So I hold it until it catches. And sometimes it doesn't catch right away. So you got to give it a second to catch. And then put another dot of glue and bring the second piece over and hold it. Can you see that? I hope I'm in the, yeah. Okay, so I don't want to fold this. I want it just to be kind of rounded, okay? Then here's this little teeny tiny piece. This is sort of like the icing on the cake, so to speak. You put a little bit of glue on that and it will go in the middle to sort of cover where you were doing that, and you can fold it over here like this. Oops, I didn't do it right. Let me try it again. This is a very detailed piece here, but it's completely doable. So here is my piece, and I'm going to fold it over. I'm using my weeding tool as a sort of holder. And come on. Oh, there we go. All right. So there is my bow. And you could put this on now or you can wait until later. It's up to you. But there is the bow, you see? And you can put it on now if you wanted to. I was actually looking at pictures this morning. You know how they give you those memories on Facebook? And it happened to be the anniversary of a show I did in my hometown. It was like a holiday marketplace, and I did it just because I wanted to support the city. And my sister had this little tree that went around, and it had all of these on there, like a dozen or so. Hi, Dawn. And it was like so cute. I'll have to share it on my page. Okay, so now we've got the whole thing decorated, right? Yeah, bows are like this are also in Design Space. And if you want to find them, you can just hit, you can search 3D bow under images and it will show you a number of 3D bows. And they are really cute, don't you think? Okay, so now we're ready to put this together. You notice that there are score lines here. There's these really weird pieces there, but that's important. And then you have this little back piece. Now, I will note this. One of the files, I don't know which one, comes with this little piece, and I couldn't figure out what it was for. And then I realized it's so that the door stays closed. So you put it actually right here and let it attach. And then once it actually is attached, it will keep that little door closed. Otherwise, you might have to put something else there or leave it to just sort of flap open however way. But that's in one of the files. I think it was in the Design Space one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to glue up the sides here and get this whole thing together. So let's start with the side that has these funny looking arms here. First, we're going to do this side. You can choose whichever side you want to do. And then we have to make sure that we make it completely flush with that fold or where those dash cut lines are. It will affect the way that the ornament appears, okay? So we'll do one side. Make sure it catches, and then we can turn it over and do the other side. And make sure it catches. All right, so there is that. And yeah, there's that. So then we can turn it. and do the back side. And again, we want it to be really squarely on where that those dash cut lines or the score lines are, because we don't want a misshapen house. And yeah, you do want it to be able to put, you know, if you don't put it on a Christmas tree, to put it somewhere on like a flat surface, so you don't want it to be all wobbly. And then the fourth side. I'm actually going to send one of these to my mom. I got a package going out to her because she does, I think she's getting a little tiny Christmas tree from my sister, but she doesn't have one. So, okay. So here are all four sides. All right. And then here are those funny little arms, and they are so that you can square up the side. You see that? So we're going to glue here at that bottom and just a little bit right here, and hold it so that it really is flush, just like we did with the sides. Okay. And then this side, do the exact same. This reminds me of Legos, because my son went through a Lego phase, a big Lego phase, and I would put them all together for him. And they had these Christmas ones that they do every year. And he would just take them apart on me. I'd be like, what? I just put it together, you know, but he was a kid. Okay, so now we have, the house is complete. All right, isn't that cool? We're going to work on the top in just a second. I do want to point out two things that you'll need to complete these projects. There are these, it doesn't matter that these are red. I just bought them last year because they were on sale, but these are red glitter, and you know, you can either put them in there or you can pop it in here. So you do need that. We'll just pop ours in there for now. And then you will need a length, if you want to make it an ornament, you'll need a little length of ribbon, maybe about a foot. So, or maybe less, maybe like 8 inches. I don't know. Let me just check to see. I always just eyeball it. Well, this is a little bit longer than a foot, but you do need that. And if you're not very good at threading, I would advise putting in that first before you glue this piece on, okay? Because that can be a little nerve-wracking when you have the thing all together and you're trying to thread that piece in there. Man. Here we go. All right. You don't have to tie it off. Just kind of get it in there. So here is the top piece. You do just have to fold it. There's a fold directly in the middle, okay? And then there are these folds to sort of indicate that it's like snow coming off on the sides and on the back and front. And then right here where it folds, it's a good idea, but you don't need to do it, okay? But it's a good idea if you want it to really stay and you're a little concerned, you can put a little tiny bit of glue right here at that fold, and it keeps it pretty crisp. Oh, dental floss. Good idea. Good idea. This, I just thought, this works for me. But that's a great idea. Thank you, Annette. All right, so we're putting this together. Remember, glitter takes a bit of glue, and this is not super necessary, but it does create a really nice finish look on there. You don't really need to put it, but it does create a nice finished look, and it's not going to hold for me very well. So if I don't do it, then you'll know what I mean. Okay, so while we're waiting, we're going to put some glue here and on here. Make sure your folds are really good. I'm going to try to attempt this with one hand. And do both sides, okay? Do both sides of the house, the roof. Okay, and then we are just simply going to place it over, and we're going to have to hold it because we want that glue to catch. You can reach inside if you wanted to and sort of try to make sure that it, but you don't really need to. I think that's just me being nervous. Thanks, Diana, for sharing that. Actually, I think it was Nancy who shared an explosion box that looked like a gingerbread house that Cricut had posted on their social. And I was looking for that file when I came across this one again and said, oh, well, I'm going to want to do that explosion box. It's just so cute. All right. And that is... Yes, Eileen, sewing clips, like little bag chip holders or chip bag holders. And then the last thing that you would do is you would tie a knot here and hang it on your Christmas tree or wherever. It's a really great little thing. So there it is. Isn't it so cute? I just really love this file. I've done it many times over the last few years. I'm just going to clip that off a little bit. And believe me, a little tree with all of these. It just looks so adorable and just really cute. So there you are. And they just make really cute little gifts. And nice to add to your Christmas decorations or on your tree, or even if you don't have a tree, you don't have to put it on like as an ornament. So do you like it? I hope you like it. So that is today's project. I hope I didn't confuse you with where to find it, but it was at one time in Design Space, but now it's no longer. And so if you do want to purchase it, you didn't purchase it ahead of time, you go to 3dsvg.com. It's called the Gingerbread Tea Light House, or Gingerbread Tea Light House. So cute. Oh, wow, Eileen. That's awesome. So tomorrow we're actually going to be using some Cricut paper to make little rosette ornaments. They're so adorable, and I'm using some paper that you may have received, or you may have, I think it was in a mystery box. I'm not so sure. I keep forgetting. There's been so many mystery boxes. So we're going to make these little no, they're not stars. They're snowflake rosette ornaments. And we have not done rosettes yet, so I want to show you how to do them. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you have a wonderful day. And hey, if you can do it, stay home for Thanksgiving. Don't travel if you can avoid it, because I want you to be here afterwards, and so maybe just stay home and craft with me. What did I cut the bases? This is all paper. This is a craft paper. It's from Michael's Recollection. This is glitter cardstock, which I get from I usually get my glitter cardstock from Cricut, and this pattern piece that I used is from a paper pad that I got at Michael's that I think they're for Black Friday, I think they're buy one, get two free. And then the vellum I also got at Michael's. So, and then these little, I think these lights came from Michael's, and I'm not sure because I have a huge roll of it, but this is called, it might be called curling ribbon, but it's not. It's a very skinny ribbon. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Clean your houses and get ready for the nice, cozy little holiday. And we'll see you again tomorrow. And when we do these adorable rosettes, and definitely show me what you've done. Okay, Bren. Thank you. All right, everyone. Take care of yourselves, all right? And we'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.